The Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
There's always that issue of conference pride and keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Looking for a deep man. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. So the Memphis Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Paul.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of a defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his man. It's Robbins. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Tigers are on the move. Some misdirection with the counter. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Tigers looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And they get the sack just like that. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Got the quick pass. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Right on target this time. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Memphis now operating in the red zone. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Tiger! Reeled it in and just made the house call. And the extra point was good to finish things off. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He finds his man, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Gets rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. At the 20, he's got space. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He's got 50 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. 1st down for this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Sends it downfield. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff to the single running back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can... He unleashes a long one. He's got it down the left side. Can anyone catch it? Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, he wants it all. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake,
fires the pass, intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud.
Going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. What a grab and go for the score. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He's right on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running toward the tape. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd. So, touchdown Auburn! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He's going to pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's caught inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going for it all. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. He hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the ground with the counter. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
On second down, wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On third down, he drops the throw. Complete downfield. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to him.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Looks as if he'll have enough to pick up the Memphis first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. Here comes the two-point try. They want to throw it. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. He's looking for an open man on second down. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Auburn lines up quickly.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this game.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Orji. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Looks as if he'll have enough to give Memphis a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Memphis.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Cummings. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Ohio is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Athens for some time. They're up by 24 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Caught near the sticks. It's Robbins. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Getting some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. They're expecting them to throw it here on third.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season.